Well, where can one meet homosexuals in a small town where everybody knows you? Plus the fact there's not many homosexuals in the town where I live. The only places are to go around the toilets, and I don't wish that. The only other place is to come to London, where you probably meet all kinds of people, and that's what I've done. I used to come quite often at weekends. Where did you used to go to meet other homosexuals? I tried doing several things, actually. Perhaps they sound very stupid. I like the theatre, I like the cinema. I used to go when I arrived in London to a certain theatre or certain film that I wanted to see, and I used to book 2 seats, quite expensive ones because I like the good things, hoping that I would sell the other ticket just before the performance started. That way I would make sure that there would be somebody that was single sitting next to me at the cinema or the theatre. But in many cases I just lost the money because I couldn't sell the tickets. Did you ever manage to sell one to somebody who was single? Sometimes it was a woman. I lost always, actually. Have you had any other experiences like this? I know that I'm probably different to a lot of normal other homosexuals. They probably went round to toilets to find somebody to have sexual relations with, but I wanted someone for company. I went into this toilet, I suppose 2 or 3 times over the course of an afternoon, and I came out and somebody, a young person, said they were arresting me for importuning. So they took me to some police station, took my fingerprints, and said that I would have to stay there until I appeared in court on Monday. Nobody knew about it at home because they thought I'd come up for a job. I'd never had an experience like it before. I couldn't believe just because I wanted somebody to love me and to have friendship with, I had to suffer all this. They put me in a cell, and I was there from Saturday afternoon to Monday morning. I never slept. I just sat and cried. Monday they came and took me to the courts. Just hundreds of people around. I couldn't believe my eyes. I just couldn't believe that I was there. I'd never been in court before, so I didn't know what to do or what to say. I didn't even know what was going to happen to me. I asked the detective what I was to say, and he told me to plead guilty. So I went to court, and I knew this was my chance to say something. They said, "Have I got anything to say?" And I said, "Yes, I have," which took me a lot of courage to say. I told them that the reason why was because I was lonely, and that was the reason I came to London to meet somebody. I was lucky. They just gave me 2 years probation. Do you think you need help? Yes, I do. I think everybody that is a homosexual needs help. They need someone. That's what I'm searching for now. I need someone with whom I can share my life. That's all I need. But it seems that it's wrong. It was a truly beautiful afternoon when my friend David married his partner Adrian up on the roof deck of the National Theatre overlooking the Thames. As the glorious sunshine beamed down, it was David's strapping, straight brother who got emotional first. Parents on either side, his voice cracked as he toasted the best big brother anyone could have, and then tears streamed out in front of the 100 or so jubilant friends and family. I was a mess, obviously. Earlier, we'd watched as they said their vows, and then we'd cabbed it over for a joyous party attended by people who had travelled from around the world, including Adrian's native Australia. All of us, to differing degrees, were experiencing something new. The brotherly tears over, David's best school friend got up from his wife and children and, as is customary, rattled off some embarrassing teenage tales. He was followed by Adrian's closest friend, who said, though sad to lose him to the other side of the world, she was overjoyed it was to such a fantastic man. We all blubbed some more. As I raised my elderflower fizz, I looked around at all the smiling faces. David's parents, Adrian's mother and stepfather, children playing on the deck, single people flirting and couples dancing the evening away. Straight, gay, differences didn't matter. My mum was there too. My date. Beaming. Being given handbag tips by my friend Lee, who is Chinese and calls everybody darling. She had such a good time she missed her train and had to stay in a hotel. I stopped and thought, we finally got there. And it isn't just legal equality. Over the last 20 years, I have noticed so many wonderful moments of sheer joy in my friends' lives. Friends' parents making a civil partnership speech where they welcomed their son's partner formally into their family. Another friend, Irish, delighting his Muslim partner, now husband, with a surprise 40th birthday party where we, his gay and straight friends, took over a seaside hotel for the weekend. Then a few years later, his Muslim relatives joining their civil partnership party. More recently, another young Facebook friend, Matthew, posting a picture of his Christian parents hugging and kissing him in full drag at Belfast Gay Pride in 2015. He, like many of my friends, living healthily and proudly with HIV. My trans friends finally getting a modicum of the respect they deserve,